The Cubs were super busy during the trade deadline, and in my opinion, they absolutely crushed it. They traded 7 players, and we'll go through every trade and some initial thoughts on them. I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments as well. First, we've got Ryan Tepera traded to the Chicago White Sox in exchange for minor league left-hander Bailey Horn. Horn's a 23-year-old who was picked out of Auburn, 3rd round last summer by the White Sox, and he's currently their 30th prospect. And he's a pretty good pitcher, but his command's a bit of a red flag. But the Cubs' farm system is really, really shallow in terms of pitchers. They've got a lot of position players, but Horn will definitely help out with depth there. Next, the Cubs traded Jake Marisnick to the San Diego Padres in exchange for Anderson Espinoza. Espinoza is a 23-year-old right-handed pitcher who's ranked 9th in the Padres farm system. He's got one hell of an arm though. He can hit triple digits, but has a lot of potential even though he's been marred with a few injuries. Pretty good win-win here for the Padres and the Cubs since this trade, since Mariznick is one of those fantastic guys to have in the clubhouse and can be a valuable asset in the playoffs. Alrighty, time for the big ones. Star closer Craig Kimbrell was traded as well to the White Sox in return for second baseman Nick Madrigal and right-handed pitcher Cody Huer. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Goddamn though, the Cubs got a good haul for this. I get what the White Sox are going for here to basically ensure the best bullpen in the league, but the Cubs weren't going to do anything with Kimbrell anyway, and he's got a $16 million player option for next year. Madrigal is a fantastic second baseman who's had some injuries, but can definitely be part of our core infield with Nico Herner. So some will say the White Sox got fleeced in this trade, but as a Cubs fan, you just got to be happy about it. This one makes me a bit sad, but it had to be done. Anthony Rizzo was traded to the New York Yankees for Kevin Alcantara and Alexander Vizcaino. Alcantara is only 19 years old and is projected to be 6'6", 188 pounds. Dude can be a tank of a hitter if he keeps his strikeout rate down. There's literally so much time for him to improve, which is great for the Cubs, who basically just had to give up a rental in Rizzo. Vizcaino, though, is a 24-year-old pitcher who's been pretty hit or miss, and he's already in the majors, so the clock is ticking on him, so we'll have to see how good he is in reality. This trade sucks in terms of losing a longtime fan favorite, but for only a couple months left of Rizzo, the Cubs have to get something. And remember, there's nothing stopping the Cubs from just turning around and re-signing Rizzo to a long-term deal when he's a free agent. We don't know what their plans are really. Javier Baez is gone, along with Trevor Williams to the New York Mets. In return, the Cubs got outfield prospect Pete Crow Armstrong, or PCA for short. PCA was a first-round pick last year for New York, but has already shown he can be a solid contact hitter. His true value, everyone says, is his potential power. He hasn't shown much yet, but he's only 19 years old, which means the Cubs could potentially have a really valuable piece here. The Cubs had to trade Baez, though, since he was going to command a massive contract in free agency, and I doubt the Cubs would have paid that. Last, but certainly not least, Cubs fans will have to say goodbye to Kris Bryant, for now. He's going to the San Francisco Giants in return for Alexander Canario and Caleb Killian. Canario is San Fran's 9th ranked prospect and Killian is number 30. Killian has shot up in value this season with an amazing season thus far. Canario, on the other hand, has always been valuable. Bryant would have become a free agent anyway after the season, so just like the Rizzo deal, this could be a rental situation. I can see the Cubs turning around and signing Bryant and Rizzo back and using these pieces to do a semi-rebuild where they can be contenders in a couple of years instead of an extended rebuild. Cough, cough, Orioles. Bryant is a super valuable piece since he can play so many positions, but this is a great deal for the Cubs. Overall, it's been a really exciting trade deadline, and I'd have to give the Cubs an A+ for their trades. They made great deals with the limited time they had with their stars, and we'll know in a few months what their long-term plan is. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please subscribe for more.